Okay, we have made it to the end of our data unit, and we are going to end this unit with a project. So what you're going to be doing is creating a cereal box that has to do with a data set. So a statistical question. So your first thing that you need to do is think of a statistical question. What is a statistical question? It is a question that gives you variability in your data or your audience. What are two types of data you can gain from statistical questions? Numerical and categorical. What is an example of each type of statistical question? So some examples might be for numerical, what is your favorite number? That's a very bad one, but categorical is what's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite pizza topping? What's your favorite show to watch? What's your favorite movie? Would you rather questions that we did earlier in this unit. Numerical could be height, weight, age, distance that you live from school, all sorts of things that include numbers. And categories are more your category. What category do you fit in? What is mean? So this is going to be your review, and this is kind of going to be your test for this chapter. If you will have a chance to retake your quiz if you didn't do very well on your quiz for this chapter, but this will be your test for this chapter. So what is mean? Mean is the average. You add the numbers in your data set, then you divide by the quantity of the numbers. What is the mean of the data set? 4, 5, 5, 6, 9, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you're going to find the mean of this data set. And the mean is 8. What is median? The number in the center or the middle when ordered from least to greatest. If there's an even amount of numbers in the data set or no number in the middle, then you find the average of the two middle numbers. So what is the median of this data set? The median is 9. What is the mode? The mode is the number in a data set that you see the most. If all numbers in the data set appear the same amount of times, it would be no mode. What is the mode of this data set? The mode would be 9. What is range? The difference between the largest and the smallest numbers in your data set. What is the range of this data set? The range is 8. Use this rhyme to help you remember mean, median, mode, and range. Hey diddle diddle, the median's in the middle. You add then you divide for the mean. The mode is the one that appears the most. The range is the distance between. So now we're going to get into what is expected in this cereal box project. So you are going to have the option to do this either on an actual box and turn in your photos of your box, or you can do it digitally, and you can turn it in digitally, either using Google Slides, you can use Google Docs, you can use Google Draw, you can use Kami, whichever medium that you are most comfortable with. And if you need help, I will help you set up your cereal box project if you want to do it digitally. So you're going to come up with a statistical question to survey your classmates and collect data on. You are going to be doing this through a Google form. So that's going to be very similar to what I sent out last week when we did the would you rather questions. That's what I used to collect the data for the would you rather questions. I sent out a Google form, and then I used that data that I got from everybody to compile the data into your bar graph project or assignment. Once you collect your data, you will find the mean, median, mode, and range of your data and decorate your cereal box with this data. You will also create a double bar graph or a line graph to best represent your data. So you are going to choose which type of graph will best represent your data. If you want to survey people outside of your class, that's fine. I will help you out with that and how to get it out to other people. I am very willing to share your forms with the 6th graders, or with, if you want to send it out to other friends or family members, that is completely fine. You just have to make sure that those different types and age ranges are represented in your data, or in your, well, it'll be represented in your data, but represented in your bar graph or in your line graph. So here is your rubric for your overall project. So the overall project, so you get 1 point for cereal boxes completely covered in construction or printer paper. For digitally, it means that each page is accounted for and filled in. Cereal box is decorated and it's assembled neatly. It's colorful, it looks nice, it's well thought out. And the cereal box is colorful and accurately represents your data. The front of the cereal box. The title of your cereal is bold and stands out on your cereal box. So your title should be represented and should be similar to your statistical question. A picture must be drawn and colored to represent your data set. The front of your cereal box is colored neatly and accurately represents your data. So the right side of your cereal box, the data is ordered from least to greatest. You describe how to find the mean of your data and write what the mean is of your data set. Describe how to find the median of your data and write what the median is of your data set. So that's what you do on the right side of your box. The left side of your box, the data set is ordered from least to greatest. You describe how to find the mode of your data and write the mode of your data set. Describe how to find the range of your data set and write what the range is of your data set. The back of your cereal box is where you are going to create your line graph or your bar graph. So when you create your line graph or your bar graph, you need to make sure that your X and your Y axis are correctly labeled and has an appropriate scale. Graph is titled with an appropriate title that matches the statistical question. A key is included in the graph and correctly labeled. Bars or data points are correctly plotted on the graph. The graph is colorful and easy to read. On the top of your cereal box, the data set is ordered from least to greatest. You're going to complete a frequency table that represents the data you collected. Create a line or a dot plot that represents the data you collected. We will go over these two since these are kind of review for this year before you are going to be required to do that. So I'll have a little mini lesson on how to create both a frequency table and a line plot. Then you need to figure out this part. So we have our statistical question. That is your assignment for today, is to create a statistical question for your cereal box project so that we can get started on tomorrow creating a form for your project and getting it sent out. I need to approve your statistical question. So you need to submit this document to me today to make sure that I approve it. So you're going to type your question in this spot. Then when I've read it and approved it, I will write my name right here to let you know that I approved it. If I don't approve it, I will let you know, and I will leave you a message on your assignment, and we will work together to either alter your question a little bit so that it makes more sense, or I will give you some ideas of how you could better word your question or better share your idea with your classmates. So then the rest of this page we won't worry about until after your data is collected. So this will be collecting your data. So we'll be creating your frequency chart. We'll be creating your line graph. And we'll be finding the mean, median, mode, and range of your data set. So that is going to be your final project for this chapter.